So I guess I'll drop off this other one.
Did it share automatically to our Facebook pages for the new link? That is weird. Yeah, we're on there now.
Everybody thinks we just
we're on
dropped
here
them
now.
off.
Yeah, that's weird that just ended like that. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. All right, cool. We're back and we're live. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Not sure what happened there on the StreamYard account. We're going to have to look into that. So, yeah. We'll pick up where we left off, Todd, with Tim and Jason, and then we'll move into the second part of the stream or the podcast with going over boundaries and stuff for Lake Kissimmee. So yeah, sorry guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. This is the new live, so we got about 8 people that jumped on and came over here. So yeah, sorry about that.
Harrelson said he's first.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, pretty much, guys, if y'all have anything else y'all want to share, about Toho, please feel free to do it. I mean, it was a great time. We had great weather. It was a little bit, could have had a little bit more wind, could have had a little bit less fog, could have caught a few more fish, but overall, it was a good day for a lot of anglers. And again, congratulations, guys. Y'all put on a show, and we salute you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely look forward to doing it again for sure. Try and keep up the old slugfest. See how Kissimmee treats me. It's treated me okay in the past and not too well in the past as well. So we'll kind of see what happens. And I got a few spots. Maybe I'll just tag behind Daryl. He knows where some spots are too.
Well, I will
keep
say,
Daryl off my water.
The best bass I've ever seen was on Kissimmee. I was out there fishing, I guess it was last year, right after we moved down here. And so I went out there and was just fishing around one of the weed lines, throwing a jig. And right when I got the jig back to the boat, I went to pull it up out of the water, and I saw this big mouth. I'm talking a big coffee fin mouth just coming up after it, and then turned and went back away. I was like, God, that was huge.
Just
huge.
Heart sinks every time I see that. Or
It would have been
catch a 2-pounder, and here comes the 8-pounder, 2-pounder.
You always wonder if it was good to see it, if it was worse to see it, or not see that happen at all.
Oh no, it was crazy, but it was like amazing to see how big that fish's mouth was. You don't see that too often in Tennessee, where I was fishing, but yeah, it was awesome. So I will not be able to make it to Kissimmee, but I will be judging the fish that day, helping out. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and all of our competitors that sign up for Kissimmee, I wish y'all all luck as well, and y'all be safe. So, guys, y'all got anything else for these gentlemen?
Just looking forward to
So
Kissimmee.
y'all are welcome to stay on here. We're going to talk about a little bit of stuff coming up on Kissimmee and a little bit of over some rule stuff. And I'll turn it over to you, Sean or Chris, and let y'all take it from here.
Yeah, real quick, before Tim and Jason jumps off. So Tim, you got first place in the Lake Toho event. You took home $900, right? We had Jason, who finished in second place, taking home $550. And then our third place finisher is actually Thomas Woodring. He couldn't make it on tonight due to family football practice, so he walked away with third place and $350. And someone else that I failed to mention, but we're going to bring on potentially next week's show is going to be Wendy. Wendy Biles. She captured big bass at 2 minutes, or literally 2 minutes left in the match. So she walked away with $210 with big bass. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add there. Congratulations to both of you two, and we look forward to seeing y'all out at Kissimmee.
Real quick.
See you on the next one.
So, real quick, first place automatically qualifies for the championship, correct?
As long as they meet the minimum tournament attendance.
5 tournaments. But
Yep.
no matter where they end up the rest of the year, they could skunk on the rest of them. But as long as they 5, you're still made the championship. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Tim, that means you just have to pay for it. You don't have to show up.
We want you to show up, Tim. We want you to fish. We want you to feel a part of the club and get to hang out with some of these great anglers that we have.
Absolutely. I'll definitely be at Kissimmee. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not good at Kissimmee, but I'll be there.
Congratulations again to both of you.
Thank you.
So the motor is on the way. What are you getting, Jason? What kind of motor?
Got to go with the XI3 with spot lock. I fish too much offshore not to do it. So
Nice.
Yeah, got to get the spot lock. I like the pusher idea, but yeah, fishing too much offshore. I got to go with the spot lock.
That's interesting. So you fish a lot offshore with no electronics.
Well, I got the electronics. I just haven't been using them the past few tournaments. I'm trying to just get a feel for the water again. Feel like I've been relying too much on my electronics as well.
All right. Well, that was cool. I was just kind of curious how you were fishing offshore with no electronics there. So,
if you can find the grass with your lure offshore, you're going to find some fish. So, I mean, that's old school electronics, using your lure.
Yeah. And the water's not too deep in most areas around here. So,
yeah. Well, most of the areas, I fish a lot of deeper lakes.
nice.
I really do. I fish a lot of 10, 15, 30 foot. So
Nice. We got a question here from Dwayne Guerin, Guerin, I guess. Is there a membership fee for this series or just a tournament fee? So Dwayne, there is a membership fee of $50. And then we also do have tournament fees for each tournament.
What is that? The membership fee that you pay on Fishing Chaos? That money sits in an account, and at the end of the year, a lot of that money gets thrown into the championship pot for prizes and stuff that we purchase from our sponsors, and then also gets added into the payout prize, the pot for payouts at the championship as well. So it's not going into anyone else's pockets other than back into the angler's pockets at the end of the day. So
Absolutely. Oh, we got some feedback here.
what happened?
I don't know. I hear some feedback. I hear myself talking back to me.
Uh-oh. I don't hear it.
Anyway.
I hear some like y'all hear that sandpaper sound?
yeah,
Y'all hear that too? Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's running 2 lives at one time. It might be Todd.
Not me.
No, just I'll go ahead and knock this out real quick. So specifically on a few minor changes, we're gonna make a slight change to the rule just to be a little bit more clarified on the contrasting mark on your catch board. I don't know if one of these guys can pull up a photo while I'm talking, but the contrasting mark is going to be in the center of the board. Contrasting engraving or mark or the FKBT sticker that we've handed out to everybody or attempted to hand out, made it available to all anglers. Sticker engraving on the center of that bump. So when the fish's mouth touch, we can clearly identify that the mouth is touching that bump portion of the board. That was that was a reason for some of the changes because, like we say all the time, read the rules. There's a block you need to check when you register for the tournament, either a month-long tournament or tournaments that occur every month. It says, have you read and understand the rules? And you have one option. And yes, here's a great example from the Titan X holding water. And the fish tank where the fish was just at before he put it on the board. This custom catch board that Chris Bailey was so generously and kind to donate to myself, Todd Clutter, and himself has a nice engraved emblem of the Florida Kayak Bass Trail. That's a authorized contrasting mark, but you can also place a sticker there. We have the FKBT written stickers. We have the circle stickers we have had put out last year. One of your sponsors or whatever sticker you want to place on that bump, you must have a contrasting mark on the center of that bump. Also, prior to each event, we're going to shoot out a message through our members only Facebook page. So if you're a member and you're signed up for that event, the next event being Kissimmee, we're going to shoot out a blast to the members probably Thursday night after a live. Send us a photo of your catch board, whether it's the catch carbonate or this catch metal board right here, so we can verify that you have the contrasting mark and you have the proper board. We're going to send that out. It's just a simple picture to that group chat if you're participating in that event, and that's just going to be a check prior to each event, probably immediately following the captain's meeting on Thursday night. And we just need to see that prior to lines in on Saturday morning or launch time, prior to 06 launch times for the rest of the year. Pending any questions or comments, go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, it's either we do a virtual board check or we're going to have you guys limited to 1 or 2 boat ramps, and you guys are going to have to do mandatory board check-ins before each line's in. So if you fail to send us a picture of your bump board before the event, that is an automatic disqualification. Plain and simple. We're going to communicate, and if you fail to do it.
And also we're
am I breaking up?
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, so also we're gonna use our Sunday. You can leave the picture down. That Sunday we're gonna close out. We're gonna verify all photos post event on Saturday, and then we're gonna double check on Sunday. But it's gonna be a battle rhythm for us prior to award ceremony. Well, we outsource our judging to another club. So prior to doing the award ceremony, we're going to go through photo by photo on I don't have access to your the courthouse and to see where you're fishing, where you're catching. I'm just going to go down through photo by photo and verify all photos are correct, contrasting marks in place, mouths are closed, and the photos meet all the rules criteria prior to award ceremony, because it sucks identifying it the next afternoon, going through photos by photos and having to call somebody up and be like, hey, you're a rules violation, that we caught as we were verifying before we made all the standings official. So just some steps we're going to place, not a huge burden on you guys to mitigate any issues coming from the tournament photos and submissions and whatnot. But the judges do a great job. It was just a miss on our judges' half, and we caught it on Sunday when I was reviewing the photos. But to mitigate that, like I said, board checks, and we're going to check all photos prior to award ceremony. So be patient with us at the post-tournament check-in location. It's probably going to be myself, or for this event, it's going to be myself, and I believe Chris Clutter is going to be there. Bailey and Todd are going to be out for this next Kissimmee event. So just give us a few minutes, be patient with us, because I'm going to be reviewing photos immediately, and we're going to start the award ceremony as soon as possible. But it should be pretty streamlined for Kissimmee, because we got Todd and Bailey that aren't fishing the event, but they're going to be able to review the photos prior to probably me even getting off the water and to the tournament check-in. All right, next I'm gonna share my screen, and we're going to talk boundaries. Let me see, Chrome tab.
So Robert Phillips said, what happened to the monthlies? That's a great question, Robert. We have 10 anglers signed up to fish the monthlies. They're still going on. It's your opportunity to take advantage of a way to win your way into the FKBT championship. Again, it's not something we're forcing. If anglers want to participate in those monthlies, then that's up to those anglers. Right now, we've averaged anywhere between 10 to 13 anglers each month, and first place has been getting paid out anywhere between $230 to $310. So, again, Robert, we ain't forcing anybody to fish those monthlies, but it's a great opportunity for you to kind of win some money and earn your way into the championship. It's on Fishing Chaos. All you got to do is search underneath Trail and Club, and it is there, and it was posted on the members only page, shared as soon as it gets published to Fishing Chaos. It's shared on our members only page, so you can go back and find it there or search FKBT November monthly, and it will be there. Sorry, Sean.
No, you're good. All right. Hey, I'm not looking at our StreamYard screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right. Hey, so I understand some of you guys are having issues opening up the link. So mitigations, most of you guys don't have issues, but if you have Google Maps on your phone and you click that boundaries map I shared with you from my Google account, it should open. It'll ask you, do you want to open this with Google Maps? If you're having issues, I also posted the link. Take that link and upload it into a separate browser, and that should resolve all of your issues. If you're having issues beyond that, just contact me directly, and I'll try and share it with you directly. But so specifically, when you open it up, this is what you're going to see. You have the entirety of Lake Kissimmee, and you're going to see these little blue dots down on the south end. That's a blue dot right on the lock and dam, just south of 60. And then if you go up the northeast side of Lake Kissimmee, you're going to see points right at the creek mouths and all around the lake, going up the east side and one on the west side. And then you have the canal leading up to the northwest right up here. And that is, I believe it's Camp Mac Road off the top of my head. Let me zoom in real quick. It's going to be a little delayed because running these simultaneously sometimes is tricky. But this is Camp Mac Road. I am going to allow, I did open up, I posted a comment on there, but Camp Mac, you'll be able to launch out of Camp Mac, but you need to move on the Lake Kissimmee side of Camp Mac Road to be in eligible fishing waters. All right. So anywhere minus that one I specified, Camp Mac, any launches inside the boundaries are eligible, right? So you got Overstreet, you have Camp Mac up here on the north. Down to the southwest, I believe it's, what is it? Grape Hammock down near here is going to be where the post-tournament link-up is at. Can you guys see that fine, Chris or Todd?
Yeah.
So the post-tournament link-up is going to be at Shady Oaks Boat Ramp right here. This overhang, this is going to be the post-tournament link-up location. That's an eligible boat ramp also down at Shady Oaks. You can launch out of the south end just off 60. That's an eligible boat ramp, Lake Kissimmee South Boat Ramp. So any boat ramps, public or private businesses that allow launching with a fee are eligible launches on Lake Kissimmee, just like we did at Lake Toho also. So if there's a private business that you pay a fee, like Richardson's Boat Ramp, $3 fee, and you can launch out of there, that's all eligible, right? But no launching off either a private community, which I don't think is going to be an issue, or just launching from the road is not authorized. Public launches or private launches that belong to a business that require a fee are eligible launches. All right. So pending any questions on that or anything else you want me to cover, Chris or Todd specifically?
Robert Phillips said Coleman 60 ramp. I'm not sure. We just went over the Coleman, right? We should have answered that.
Coleman Landing at Shady Oaks is an authorized launch.
There's a ramp in Kissimmee State
And then I don't know what it means by 60 ramp.
So I think
if,
you mean
if it's
ramp right off the 60.
Over.
So Lake Kissimmee
Right
boat
there at the
ramp,
lock.
Lake Kissimmee boat ramp right off of 60 is an eligible launch. It's to the north of the lock and dam going down the Kissimmee River. That's an eligible launch. You can't go south of the lock and dam. If the state park launches into Lake Kissimmee, it's an eligible launch. Right?
I don't think they allow, or they open till 8 though. That'd be the problem with the state park.
Yeah, so I think with the state park specifically, they allow camping at Lake Kissimmee State Park, correct?
I believe they do.
Yeah, so if you're staying there, it shouldn't be an issue.
No.
But what's that?
No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, you're right. If you're just camping there, you should be good. But if you're trying to get in there to launch just normally, you'll have to wait till like 8.
Yeah, and it's same things we previously discussed. Like Rodman Reservoir has a state park connected to it. You can launch out of it, but the gate doesn't open until 06, right? If you're staying there, it's not an issue. But if you're not staying there, you would have to wait until that gate opens. Just like Twin Oaks Conservation Area on Lake Toho or Brownie Wise Park. Those are all free launches, primitive launches on Lake Toho, but you have to wait for that gate to open. So yes, the state park is eligible to launch from, but if you choose to do so, you may be late getting on the water if you have to wait for that gate to open. So those are eligible launches. If you're staying there, not an issue. But being a dead horse, but can we open up the tighter water, kayak water specifically, not just open water and brush piles? I'll think about it.
So I'm looking at Lake Kissimmee now. I'm pretty sure you have a good portion of that creek open, right, Sean? Everyone's asking about this creek that they want to be put in play.
What creek do they want to put in?
On that creek?
What creek do we want put in play?
You could either put the South Lock all the way down that where you have to lock, I guess, and then there's one on the southeast side that goes into Lake Jackson, that connects Lake Jackson.
So you can't get so far up that one, I believe.
There's one in the northwest side that connects to Lake. I don't know which lake that is.
Well, you got one going to Tiger.
I'm breaking up, so I'm not going to talk anymore.
Tiger and Jackson. Okay. I'll look at it. Immediately after this, I'll look at it and readjust the boundaries. If I can put a clear mark on there. The issue with the creeks is if you're looking, you guys, if I drop a pin, because Tiger Lake's not in play, Jackson Lake's not in play. We're fishing Lake Kissimmee. So that's what we put on the schedule. So if I put a point in the middle of a creek and you guys do not use the boundaries, that's why we do it on Google Maps, because everybody can open up that boundaries and ramp link and find that blue mark on their Google Map app on their specific device they're using. And if they can't clearly identify that and they fish outside, we're going to have to DQ fish. So as long as you guys know how to use Google Maps, then it's not going to create an issue. I'm just letting you know, if you're outside the boundary I placed in that creek that we open up and you submit a fish outside that boundary mark, it's going to get DQ'd. All right. So I'll take a look at it immediately after this. But Jackson and Tiger are not in play. We're not fishing the entire Kissimmee chain. We're fishing Lake Kissimmee. And I'll take a look at this with Todd and Chris after this and make adjustments as necessary and push them out to you guys. Pending any other questions?
Doug said State Park Canal. I guess, yeah, that's what it says, State Park Canal. I don't know all these canals. I haven't.
I know where he's talking
I've seen
about.
all the major ones that feed in. Yeah. So I'll let you deal with that, Sean. You can communicate. If you guys have questions on those boundaries or wanting access to certain water, the person that you are going to be in contact with from this moment to the end of the season is going to be Sean. He's the one that deals with all boundaries. Myself and Todd are running a lot of the other things on the background. So if you guys reach out to us and we don't get back to you right away, we're doing a lot of other things. But Sean's main job is he's been dealing with boundaries, creating those active boundary maps for you guys to utilize, and all of the safety stuff. So you guys are following those rules, that's going to be your point of contact moving forward. We, by all means, Chris or myself and Todd will help you, but we're going to point you into Sean's direction, and he's going to take care of it.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it immediately following this and make adjustments as necessary.
Yeah. I mean, we want you guys fishing water that you guys, that's suitable for all anglers, right? But Lake Kissimmee is a huge body of water that offers a lot of versatility for all anglers, and we're fishing Lake Kissimmee, so we'll make sure that we're able to meet those needs accordingly.
We're going to have 2 separate trails next year. There's going to be the River Series and there's going to be the Lake Series running concurrently.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw Sean's post on our Facebook, but all next year is going to be nothing but creeks and rivers. We've been getting a lot of comments and feedback on. Again, last year we asked you guys, what do you guys want to fish? And guess what's on our schedule this year? The lakes that you guys wanted to fish. So whenever we ask you guys, hey, what do y'all want to fish? Put in here this lake, but also these parts of the lake. So when we get that, we're like, okay, when we're building these plans out on what we're going to do for the time of the year, we're able to justify opening up those bodies of water so that we're not doing this right now.
Yeah. So
again,
the reasoning how I place my marks are easily identifiable spots on the map, so it minimizes as much confusion about the boundaries as necessary. Because I know that's been a hot topic, not just on the national scene, how we identify boundaries on these big systems. Like I think it was an issue on Bass and Hobie. I think it was last season. Like what is off limits? What is within the limits? What exactly specifies the boundary? And I try and make it as easily identifiable on the ground, physically in person on your kayak, versus just a point in the middle of a creek, stream, lake, right? Because looking at a map is completely different than what you're seeing on the ground in person on the water. That's kind of my thought process, but I'll look at it and make sure, like if there's a bridge or a road, I try and use a bridge or road unless it's way up a creek or river, But definitely, I'll look into it. I'll make adjustments. I know some of those creeks are pretty dry. Probably not after yesterday. I don't know if you guys in Central and North Florida got as much rain as we did down in South Florida, but we got hammered pretty good down here. So all the creek, streams, canals are pretty full right now. But I'll definitely look at that. I'm not trying to restrict you guys any. Make it as good for everybody across the club. So. And yeah,
so
like
I keep hearing about the wind. If there's wind, we're making a justification now. If wind is above a certain knot, the tournament's getting canceled or postponed on these big bodies of water. On the bodies of water we're fishing, us as tournament directors, we're not going to have you guys go out there and risk tipping your kayak over or doing anything like that. So again, yes, those creeks and rivers are going to get you out of the wind, but at the end of the day, if the wind is above a certain miles per hour, which we're about to justify here in the next couple days, whatever that is, the event's going to be postponed and or canceled until a later date. So that's where we're going with that now. Even, for instance, on Toho on Saturday, that fog didn't roll in until after everybody was on the water. So that's why you didn't hear us post something saying, hey, lines in has been kicked back because it was good with us until about 8 or 9 is when that fog rolled in. It kind of covered the whole lake. Yeah. So it went. You went Monday with 3-foot rollers, barely fishable. Again, we're gonna make that justification or that determination within a 24-hour period to canceling that event. But we also know how Florida is. it can say 15-mile-an-hour winds, and then you go out there and it's slick calm. So we're going to make those calls throughout the rest of the season. They're going to be difficult, but just know that we're doing it for the safety of the anglers that are participating in these events. So yeah, hopefully I said that well enough for you guys to understand that, but that's our take on it moving forward.
Yeah, and I think we're going to lean more towards postponing it the next day is probably the best way to do it. If we have to cancel on Saturday, we just roll over to Sunday unless it's going to create a huge issue. That's probably or course of action 1, right? Is moving from Saturday to Sunday if that event, and it's really not 15 mile an hour or 20 mile an hour winds the day of. It's whether it blows 15 to 20 all night, all day, all night long on Friday and going into Tuesday or Saturday like it did on Toho. And because I fished on Friday on Toho last year, it was windy, but it wasn't bad, but it blew 15 all night long. And Saturday morning, the south end, it was like 3 to 4 foot rollers coming in the south end. And it was borderline irresponsible trying to get out on the south end of Toho like I did. So.
Well, also one thing we need to do as anglers as well is know your limits. So we could be out on the water, be slick calm, and then all of a sudden a storm wind picks up, whatever. So kind of know your limits as to what you can handle on the water, what your kayak can handle, and try to get off safely or get to shelter, and call someone to help if you need to.
Yeah.
For sure, but I think that covers everything.
That's key. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The winds are definitely predictable right now. That's for sure. All right, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on. Give these two below us a hand on the good work they did past this weekend. Give Thomas Woodring a shout out. Also, they put in the work and got it done on actually a pretty tough day. Appreciate the feedback on the boundaries. And like Bailey said, like I tell you guys always, you can reach out to me directly. Everybody has my phone number. It's posted on the members only page, or you can message me directly on Messenger, and we can cross talk about any issues you see with anything I put out with the Google overlays for each lake. So, any questions or comments? That's all I got. Nice seeing you guys on here. Get out and crush them this weekend. And I'm going to go beat up Daryl Harrelson's fish on a certain lake that we're fishing this weekend. I've made up my mind after he's talked smack tonight.
We appreciate awesome. You too, Doug. No, we appreciate all the anglers that are out there that are supporting the Florida Kayak Bass Trail. This year's been huge. It's been huge. We've averaged the first 2 events 48 and 46 anglers. Our goal is to maintain that throughout the season. It's been fantastic. We enjoy having you guys and all the new anglers coming out and supporting our club. I mean, we're averaging like 18 to 19 first-time anglers signing up for each one of our events this year, which is huge. We appreciate that support. That support wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys, the anglers who are out there talking about the club, saying how good it is, and that you guys are bringing your friends along and competing, and we're having a blast doing it. So we appreciate everything that you guys do day in and day out. We're going to continue to do the best job that we can to provide you guys the best trail in Florida to fish. So if there's anything that we can do to make this club better, please feel free to reach out to us and give us that feedback. We are looking for individuals who want to help us create some content for the club. So if you are interested or you create content and you think you could help the club out in any way, please reach out to myself or Todd. We're trying to revamp that side of it so that we can start getting it out into the YouTube and social media platforms a little bit better than what we're currently doing. So if you're interested in that, or you think you can provide something to the club that we aren't already doing, reach out to us. We'd love to sit down and talk with you and see what we can do to make this club even better. So that's all I got. Again, Tim, Jason, and Thomas, and Wendy, congratulations on your top finishes in the Florida Kayak Bass Trail Toho event. Right now, Thomas Woodring is sitting at first place in Angler of the Year points. He was last year's Angler of the Year. So I'm going to need you guys to step it up is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need you guys to hammer down and start catching some fish and knock Thomas off the top. How about it? That's what I got.
All right, I'll jump in there and start fishing, in January. That's when I'll kick it off. Also want to throw out there to everyone that we still have, you can still go online and order your jerseys if you want those. We have from Wildware America. If you don't want that kind of jersey and you'd rather have a shirt like Bailey has on, a hoodie like this, or just a sun hoodie or something like that, reach out to me, let me know. Hats, let me know, and we'll get you taken care of if you want them to kind of represent the club. With that, I think that's about it. I'd like to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. We thank them for supporting the club, helping us out, giving good prizes, and giving good discounts for all of our members. So we'll see them running across the board here, and hopefully with this new content that Chris is talking about, that we're going to have an outro that's just going to show our sponsors on there to give them a little extra time or FaceTime. Sean, anything
All right,
else?
we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next Thursday live. We're gonna have a special guest actually on Thursday. I'm gonna send a text to confirm it, but you'll see a post here in the next day or two. We're most likely gonna have one of our sponsors, the founder of one of our founders of one of the businesses that sponsors us, on our live next Thursday to talk to them and to showcase some of their new product that they are about to push out onto the market. So stay tuned for that post. If you haven't signed up for the monthly tournament, go on to Fishing Chaos and search FKBT November Monthly. Get signed up, and we'll see you out on the water. Tight lines.
Peace out.
Good night.